Oh, hello everyone. I hope you're well. Put this down here a little bit so you can see the cards better. And just checking out I'll hold them up. I will hold the cards up too, so you'll be able to see them. You don't need to worry about that. You will miss nothing. But hello everyone. I am very grateful you're here, and we have more people here than normal, for which I am seriously grateful. And but before we get into the political readings and what have you, I just have a short announcement I want to go through. I was running a little late today because I even brought visual aids. So I'm going to go through this quickly because I'm getting criticism. And it's constructive, you know, I think people mean well. And it's not just in comments, it's private messages, and it's coming in from different places at different sides. And, you know, and I understand if people aren't, you know, it's been a change up in the format of the channel and how I give readings. I understand that. So I want to give you guys some more information on what's going on here, and then we will get into the readings. And of course, when these are done, they will be time-stamped. If you want to come back later and you just want to get straight to the reading, you know, you can. I put what I think you'll be most interested in the title of the video, and then in the description box, and I pin the first comment is a listing of the readings that were done, and the exact timestamp, so you can just hit the number and you will automatically go to that reading. Okay, so really there are, rather than doing the single readings like I was doing and spending a lot of time editing, and this has turned out to be a better way, not just for the way that my own life has been changing, but also I'm able to do more readings for you. So I just wanted to point out that there are 3 ways. See, I told you, I have visual aids. Seriously, I made this up before you could see it. There are 3 ways to enjoy the daily live readings. You can join the live stream. You can hang out with the recorded live stream later, or afterward you can use the timestamps to pick and choose what you want to watch. Okay, so you have options, and some people are saying that they can't watch anymore. It takes too much time. It's too long. You don't have to watch the whole thing, and you're getting more. I am getting complaints about in these readings that I spend too much time talking to you wonderful people who show up for the live stream. Tough. You guys are awesome, and I'm grateful for you. The other thing, I've done these live streams. It's almost a month now. I've done a live stream every day since December 26th. So an entire month of a live stream every single day. And that's what I plan on continuing to do here. Okay? Also, when you're here, I'm not trying to upsell you on anything. Okay? I don't do personal readings. I'm never trying to sell you anything. You know, I don't, you know, I have a Patreon account, but have you ever heard me push it ever? You know? And also, even if you won the lottery, honestly, and you felt like you wanted to, you know, if you won the lottery and you wanted to be a patron of mine to help, literally there are exactly 3 tiers over at Patreon. $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. And you don't really, this is people who are kind enough, they want to support what I'm doing. You don't get much for it. You really don't. I don't Patrons, I try to give them preference, you know, for what they want me to read on. Occasionally I'll do a snapshot reading or a Dear Diary, kind of what's going on with me. But there's no big thing over there. There's no $300 tier and, you know, $200 live readings, and, you know, that it's, or $200, yeah, $200 live reading, $200 personal readings, whatever. So, also, I might be the only person who's willing to do this, but I'm gonna tell you what I make doing this. I'm about to show you the real numbers. And I appreciate you guys who are here, and you're being so nice to me. And I'm not fishing for anything, you know. And you guys you've gone above and beyond. But okay, I'm just going to show you. All right, this is what's going on. I am making around about $225 a month from Patreon. Okay, a month. Google AdSense for those ads that you're watching. At the beginning, I'm getting around about $300 a month. That's the ballpark. Okay, I have a profit and loss statement where I break all of this down too, so I have to track that. From the Amazon links in the description box, people using that and then buying anything on Amazon. I think if you buy within 24 hours, whatever you buy, it's a tiny percentage of Amazon's profit goes to associates like me. It doesn't cost you anything. And so this gross income for me doing this a month is about $535, right about there. Okay? 10% of all of my business goes to charity, and that's gross income. So I usually pay this out at the end of the year, but it is, and I show my profit and loss statement over on Patreon just because I don't want it spread all over. But on average, but 10% of gross goes to feedingamerica.org. They give money to and they support food banks. They fill food banks all over the country for people who are hungry, for children who are hungry, okay? I have other expenses that come with having this channel, and it's stupid stuff. You wouldn't if you saw the list, you'd be like, really? But it adds up. All the different things you need, and the equipment, and the, you know, I have my new microphone that's helping, and there's something called TubeBuddy that it really makes a big difference, and, you know, just helps me organize things. And so I've got expenses in doing this. So for doing a live stream every day for a month, on average, I'm making about $300 a month. And last year, it literally, about an average of $301 a month every month in 2019. Okay, this is the real deal. This is what's really happening, and I'm not doing this to sell to you. I'm not doing this and I could do something else. I could do a different kind of channel. I mean, I sometimes watch, literally one of 1,000 people I could mention, it just came to mind, was, I recently watched a video by Shallon Lester. So, you know, she talks about celebrity stuff, and I could do something. Her videos, she's getting at least 200,000 or 300,000 views on her videos, and I'm getting about 2,000. I'm doing this because politics is very important. What's happening to us is very important, and people are scared, and I couldn't just sit by and just not try to help if I had any kind words, if I had anything to add. So I'm not doing this for the money. I'm not making, some huge amount. I'm not upselling to you. And it's just me. I don't have an assistant. This is just me. And the way with the new setup, you actually have more readings now. You have good ways to find them. All right. And I realized that some of you are like, I don't even want to know this. I understand that. But I needed this to be out there so that there's more awareness out there, that, yeah, there are some deals on YouTube. There are some people on YouTube, yeah, they've got assistants and production companies, and they've got a whole lot of stuff going on. This is the best format, and this is the best I can do for you. All right, so I just wanted to let you know, and I'm sorry I took up so much of your limited time, but I wanted to get this out there. All right, so don't listen to anybody out there who's trying to blow smoke at you at how much money they're making or what or whatever. This is the real deal, okay? So let's get on to some political readings. All right. I said today I would read on Pence, but I don't feel like I should read on him first. I am feeling like it's still impeachment trial stuff. That's the center, and that's where my energy is feeling like we should go. Okay, so let me see here. Oh, I don't need that anymore. There is more talk about censure now in the Trump Senate impeachment trial, which is good to hear, and that's what I've been getting in my readings. I've started getting in my readings, I should say, that he's gonna be censured. Mikhail, and I appreciate every nice thing you guys are saying. I just want you to know. I just want you to know what's going on. And maybe it'll help clarify some things, because you don't even see some of the things that are sent to me, and things that you've even been around for a while, things people say, but that's not why we're here. And I'm not here to go into all that. It's YouTube. It's not, being in the public is not, it has its downside. Okay. I want to see if I can, first of all, I want to see if I can get any more information on, I'm not the only reader, you guys were kind enough to let me know, but I'm not the only reader who is getting that. I want to see if I can get more information on, it feels like something big is going to come out about Trump. More info about Trump, for lack of a better way to put that right now. I would like more info on Trump. We'll pretend that makes sense. Okay. And it takes me just a little while after each reading to go back through and get the timestamps and make sure they're accurate. And then I put the list of readings both in the description box right near the top, and I pin the list as the first comment. So at any point, it takes just a little bit of time for me to get back to it. But if you're watching later and in future, you don't have to stay, the whole time. If you don't have time for that, I understand. Just click on what you would like to see read on. All right. Yeah, I'll change this to 15. More info on More info on Trump. All right, what, seriously, because it feels like something's hanging over. And is that going to come through the Senate impeachment trial? Is that going to, is it SDNY? Is it Freedom of Information Act? Is it whistleblower? Is it somebody overseas who's just wants to cause some mayhem? Is it just random hackers? Is it state hackers? Is it, you know, because if there's more, if there's some big thing, and I think I may need to turn this a little so you can see better. Too far. There. If there's more information coming out, oh, it's bad information. Oh, there's bad information coming out about Trump. Holy cats. Holy cats. Okay, there's bad. Like it's like I'm a sheep. Bad information coming out about Trump in the past. It isn't that Trump's ever been temperate in his entire life. We know that. That's not. This is people keeping secrets for him. This is the Inquirer with their list of his 5 affairs and a bunch of other stuff. This is, oh, what's his name? That producer from The Apprentice who has made sure all of the tapes have stayed completely on lockdown so nobody can hear Trump saying some of the things that he is reported to have said. Furman, was that it? Maybe that could. Mark Burnett, that was it. Wendy K. Ding ding, winner. Mark Burnett. Center of the reading. He doesn't have. He's poor. Oh, isn't that going to... Oh, even if his idea of poor and our idea of poor are not the same. That... Yikes. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh. That's the thing about materialists. There's one way you can always hurt them, which is just a shame. It's a shame they're like that. And it's a shame that they can be hurt so easily. Because all you have to do is show that they're not successful materially. And it's like gutting them. Chirp Chirp saying, I keep seeing temperance in my readings too. I think it also means news will drop in perfect timing. I hope so. I hope so. All right, base of the reading. We have got the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. So this is heartache of someone coming forward because of information being brought forward. Now, interestingly enough, this is in the base of the reading. This is what it's based on. And this is the card I get for witnesses. Witnesses coming in, leaving testimony or information or documents, and then leaving. And then somebody else coming in, leaving something here, and then leaving the room. And that causing heartbreak. And that's what's at the base here. Above this, we have how Trump sees himself, and that, well, you know, he's a miser. Seriously, he's such a miser. He does everything he can to screw people out of money. But these cards so far, this is it's interesting that those are the cards coming up for what this is about. And that is, his fortune is smoke and mirrors. Look, I did a magic trick on camera, sort of, kind of. Near future. Do you think Autumn knows about the Trump recording? What Trump recording? What? Did something come out? Fake businessman, fake millionaire, fake human, fake president. Yes, Jocelyn, I am with you. Oh, Stephen, what Trump recording? Oh, tell her. Yes, please. Oh, Trump heard saying take her out about Marie Yovanovitch. Oh, that's going up next. Oh. Trump. This is a for anyone just using the timestamps. This is a preview of the next reading. Trump saying, take her out. Good Lord. About Yovanovitch. Yeah. See, I'm not even surprised. Is anybody even surprised? Near future. Because we're looking at what there's this feeling, this sense that bad stuff is about to come out about Trump. More bad stuff. I'm getting it. The other readers are getting it. I'm trying to get more information on that. I'm getting that his wealth is an illusion. Near future, fighting that this information not come out, but boy does it come out. Lots and this. So it doesn't matter how lovely, how fast that knight is going, how strong his armor is, how swift he is with a sword. It's too many blows to knock them all down, to avoid, to stop. Home environment. What jumped to mind was he won't see it coming. It just feels like it's going to completely blindside him. That's what that feels like. Okay. Hopes and fears. Well, he just wants to swan around Mar-a-Lago as Lord of the Manor. You know. I know in England, people very, very often will name their homes, and that's a thing. That's a thing over there. That's fine. People of all different economic levels name their houses, but I find that in America, when people name their houses, when their houses have names, when it's a compound, when it's a big thing like this, when it's a they're not always. They're exceptions. But that they're often people that I don't know that I'd really want to be buddies with, you know. Kind of says something. Now, if that turns out to be true or not, that's different. But with SDNY has the tape, did not respond to the media for comment. Good to know. All right, we'll get there in just a minute here. What we see. Hope. That is the meaning of this card. That is the original meaning of this card. And over the past 3 or 4 years with Trump, it has meant everything from his stardom to naked ladies. But this is the card of hope, and that's what we're going to see. That's what we will see. Final outcome. That's interesting. This is the card I get for America, and that's what it feels like. This feels a little bit like how he made his money, as it were. But I want more. Does this mean it still works out for him? He still has money. He's fine. It's not gonna. Whatever comes out may not undermine his finances. I'd like some more clarification on that, please. And I would imagine, everybody else does too. Hope is the last thing to die. Hope was the last thing in Pandora's box. When she opened the box and everything rushed out, she slammed the box shut. By that point, there was only one thing left, and it was hope. So tell me more about this. All right, so this is coming out. It's about his finances and his fortune, just the reality of his fortune. Poof. But what does this final outcome mean? What does this final outcome mean? What is the sitting pretty? Loan sharks robbing Peter to pay Paul. Bad. Oh, like the biggest, I'm hearing in my head, the biggest crook who has ever been in the White House, but we already knew that. But no, it'll be like, oh, yikes. Well, that's just we know the charity, his charity was totally corrupt. But this feels like lying to banks. This feels like wire fraud. And the thing about wire fraud is it doesn't sound all that interesting. Kind of like at the end of that movie, The Firm, Tom Cruise's line where he says, yeah, but that's the thing about wire fraud. It's not sexy, but it has teeth. Yeah, wire fraud, loan sharks. That feels like it goes along with the others, so let's see what's here. The death of his finances. This may be those big bankruptcies he went through, and he had nowhere else to go. That's interesting, because I didn't flip this over when I picked it up. It's like everything has stayed hidden. Interesting, interesting, interesting. About time for it to all come out. Not good for him. And they've hidden money overseas. The Trumps, they've hidden all kind of money overseas. So they're going to try to get to it, get access to it, or go physically to it. But they have money hidden overseas because the dumb stuff he did is coming back to haunt him. But this, quite often I get cups for Democrats. So is this Democrats? Okay, come on. There. Is this Democrats being disappointed by something? Like we get some relief, but then not something else. What is this? What is this disappointment? Who's disappointed? Who, what, where, when, why? Who, what, where, and sometimes why. Oh yeah, this is Trump's disappointment that banks kept turning him down. And he wasn't happy with the money he had. He always had to have more. He always had to have more. Everything had to be gold and gaudy. But he got himself in with some not nice people, and that's why Putin has him by the, oh, that's a crude expression. I'm going to say it because it's nothing that children couldn't hear. There are no words included in it. It's just what it refers to is rude, so please forgive me for that. But literally what's coming to mind is that's why Putin has him by the short hairs. I'm just the messenger. I'm just... Sorry. Does this whole thing seem surreal to anyone else? Yes, it does, Renee. It feels surreal to me, let me tell you. Are my cards right side up? Yes, they are. Okay. I use enough cards. I really don't need them upside down as well. Whew. Okay. Will the tape of Trump saying to get rid of the ambassador hurt him? All right, I am going to read on that right now. Okay. Oh, at 30 minutes in. And I'll stay on. I know some of you have to leave at, well, my equivalent is of 1 o'clock, and I was talking for the first 15 minutes or 10, well, more than 10. So I will stay on until at least 1/4 past. And like I said, the readings will be here for anybody to see. And I will be back again tomorrow. All right, so did any of you watch Ren and Stimpy back in the 90s? Because I've got Trump, you idiot. Yeah, if Trump just meant to fire her or if it was for a hit, yeah. Is this is Yovanovitch? You're saying he, so I'm just asking, is this about Yovanovitch? Marie, I think her name is it? Trump, you idiot. Renee doesn't suck. What are you talking about? The person who said that wonderful comment? I hope that is not. I hope I just saw that off the top of my head and it wasn't quite right. All right, let's see. Yes, Marie Yovanovitch. Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Actually, I better update this. 32. All right, so the idiot in chief said, take her out, about Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch. And what did he mean? And is it going to hurt him? This may be a long reading, because there's lots to cover. But there's one thing we already know. He's an idiot. Oh. Great, I just did all that shuffling, but no, I'm getting Housewives. Literally got pictures of the Housewives tarot flashing in my brain. It's like, okay, all right, I'll take that as a, all right, fine. And I shuffled these yesterday, so they should be fine. Shuffled them very well. Oh, please, I wrote about something not Renee. Okay. Good. Sorry. Our troll slayers are amazing. They are absolutely amazing and wonderful. And thank you so much. But every once in a while, someone will, get upset, say something unusual. Okay, Trump said, take her out about Yovanovitch. You moron. Oh, do you guys remember after Tillerson came out and said that Trump was a blanking moron? For weeks, and I mean weeks after that, Lawrence O'Donnell on his show, he led with that story for weeks. Even when he was talking about something completely different, he'd start out, which would be like the equivalent of Tillerson saying Trump is a blanking moron. And it just night after night after night, and it was like, go ahead, good for you. Because I remember after Trump got into office, and we were all kind of stunned, and you didn't even want to turn on MSNBC or the news in general because it felt like it'd been misled. And everybody was really upset. And but then some people were like, okay, look, we're going to give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. It wouldn't be fair to not give him a chance. And even then, Lawrence O'Donnell, he was the outlier, and he was just saying right then, nope, no, he's awful. He's awful now. He's going to be awful in the future. He's just awful. And it's like, go Lawrence. Okie dokie. All right, so Trump's saying, take her out, about Yovanovitch. Oh yeah, Trump thinks he's all that. I am all that, Trump says. can do what I want. I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue. I could have an ambassador shot, or, you know. But he learned that mob language, so he can always lie and say, "Oh, I didn't mean that," and he does. In the past, he's intimidated other people, and he's had other people intimidate other people. Well, heck, you got Michael Cohen, who had to go out and intimidate people. But this feels like more like intimidation and not physical violence. You know, remember those recordings of Cohen, you know, I'm going to, you know, practically saying, I'm going to go into your yard, I'm going to take your dog, your dog's going to be mine. You know, I mean, just, you know, that kind of thing. GM Dave, it is appropriate to say the truth about Trump anytime it might offend him. GM Dave, I knew I liked you. Center of the reading. Oh, this is the Democrats saying, especially women, but or Pelosi, but Democrats in general. Oh, really? Oh, really? Is that what he said? Huh. Look at that. Base of the reading. Oh, just add it to the list. Just add it to the list, because this is a rule of life. If you give everybody enough rope, the bad people, metaphorically, hang themselves. Good people don't. Above the reading. Yeah, of course the Republicans are going to protect him. Oh, yeah. Today ending in Y. Near future. Okay, Trump saying, take her out, about Yovanovitch. Well, that's the Republicans trying to get ahead of this before it's trying to spin it. That's actually that's the word. This is the Republicans trying to spin it. Of course, he wasn't literal. Of course, he would never say something like that. Have you met him? We know he would say something like that. Home environment. Yeah, a lot of stuff is coming out into the open. And the American people and Democrats are like, oh, look at this. Hopes and fears. Is it going to be played over and over and over and over and over and over in the media? And on and on and on and on and on. That's the fear. What other people see. Full of himself. That he and the people around him are so full of themselves, they really think they can do anything. Even if he, it's a bad, at the absolute best, if you put the best possible spin on it, it's still inappropriate. It's still not what you should say. Final outcome, and then we'll look at more about his meaning. Final outcome. Well, the good news is they're not going to just let it go, so that's good. But it barely causes a ripple, because we're already full up with all the things he's done wrong. And to the Republicans, it's just one of many, many, many things that he's done. And it's small compared to some of the other things. And it's just, I wish this was going to be a bigger deal. All right, I'd like some more information. Is this going to be a big deal? Or is it just going to be another annoyance for them? And another, hair pulling out for me. If I wasn't afraid, if I was willing to show my face on camera, I could like pull my hair forward, and I could show you the gray hair. These gray streaks at my temples now, and it's like, yeah, It's called the Trump era. To tell someone to fire her or take her out. There's a bigly difference. Yep. The Young Turk's damage report has information about this, and it's seized up. All right, is this going to have, what kind of effect is this going to have? Any? Or is it just going to be, yeah, one more horrendous thing? Well, it's going to hurt. But it's not alone. What does not alone mean? That could be interesting in itself. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm not getting the kind of powerful energy that I've been getting, like about something really bad coming out about them, about Trump, about him, not them. Is it going to hurt him? Yes, but he's not going to see it. It's not, the damage is being, a lot of the damage is being done. It's being done in houses all across America, as his lies just have been more and more prolific, and the things he promised in the campaign, even to the most trusting people, let's put it that way. That's the damage to his emperorship, his tub of lard emperorship. He's not going to feel it right now. But it's there. Just that little grandma with the metaphorical knife. But this is what he's at, but it's there. It's just, but what is this? One of many, as in, like, the stuff in the, does this, it's one of many, is that it's like one offending thing he did that's like what's going on in his Senate impeachment trial? Or is that one of many in the sense of, there's more about this or something like this about to come up? Brenda saying Trump really is a blanking moron. I agree. Yes, he is. All right, when this is, it says it is one of many. Oh, those are some happy Democrats getting hold of some really nice evidence. Something. Someone was saying that they read this card as bipartisanship. I think it could be, because you've got the red and the blue, but I go with what it feels like more than what part of the card I'm being drawn to. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh, they're gonna have to clean up after him. Whew, there are going to be some angry Republicans who have all this work trying to clean up after Trump, who is just rotten. I was asking about this. Is this, what one of many is it? And what I got here was happy Democrats. That feels like happy Democrats. And yes, a little bit of Republicans being just fed up. But the rest are just going into overdrive trying to protect him. And really scouring, you know, having to do just the worst of the worst to try and protect him. Why? Why? Seriously, that might be an option, metaphorically. Just tell the truth. Just telling the truth is metaphorically stabbing Trump in the back. Just be honest. Just be honest. So, that's the effect. Now, here's the question. Actually, and I'm going to pick these up and I'm going to shuffle. Did he mean it? How did he mean it? Did he literally mean, was he actually maybe just that angry in that moment? Because that's another thing we're going to run into, where in the first year or two of the Trump presidency, he would say things that were so outrageous and awful and what have you, and even people in the news would be like, oh, well, of course he didn't mean that. Well, of course it couldn't be that bad, because they're still trying to hold on to this idea that in Trump's hand, the presidency still has decency and norms and rules, and it's like, when someone shows you who they are, bless your soul, Maya Angelou, believe them. And he's shown us who he is. Considering the kind of, I mean, I can feel how violent he was with Ivana. And I can feel how awful he is. The idea that it would be impossible for him to get worked up into a state where he says and means literally take her out. Don't put anything past him, but no, maybe this is the one time it wasn't as bad. So let's ask. What did he mean? What did he mean? Take her out. Take her out. What did he mean? This isn't answering my question. This feels like McConnell. That's McConnell's card. This is the Republicans covering for him, trying to leave the Democrats with an empty cup, meaning evidence that doesn't matter. This is withholding witnesses. This is, in this case, it's Trump, corrupt Trump, who wishes he looked that good. Just being happy with the state of things. That does not answer my question. The question is, what did he mean? Did he mean fire her? Did he mean discredit her? Take out her reputation? Take her out of her job? Take out her reputation? Or take her life? Job, reputation, or life? That's what we're asking. Job, reputation, or life? Job, take out her job. Take out her reputation, take out her life. Well, that's the card for this, and it's, it could have multiple meanings, but that's definitely what we're talking about, because discrediting her, hurting her, take her out of her job, out of money, take out her reputation. No, he didn't mean kill her. He didn't mean physically kill her. He didn't mean physically kill her. I'm being drawn to this silly little plunger head here. What he was saying, it didn't have that kind of energy. But take out her reputation, oh yeah. Get rid of her money. Remember how he got, was it McCabe fired the day before he would have gotten his full pension? He is that petty. He is that cruel and vindictive and small. I would put anything past this man, but I'm just not getting that it was actual, like, intent to murder. That's what I've got. And again, I do not always, I don't always I don't see what I want to, because if it were up to me, I'd be saying, yeah, the Orange Fuhrer is going to be in an orange jumpsuit. But I don't see that. Okay. Well, that was awful, because he's awful. But what can I read on now? He is small, goes with the tiny hands. Yeah. He is slime. And okay, what am I reading on next? My dear people, I'm not reading on his tiny hands. I'm not. Not doing it. I draw the line. Andrew Peak. Oh, he was here. I'll throw a few cards on Andrew Peak just to find out. He was kicked out. He's the third head Russian security, a person on the National Security Council, Russian expert on the... Just take these words and put them together in any random order. Andrew Peak was the Russian expert on the National Security Council, Trump's National Security Council. He was the third one in not very many months. And he was basically very nicely frog marched out of the White House instead of going to Davos with the Orange Fuhrer. And so people have been asking for days, why was he frog marched out of there? In the news, they're saying that it was something that was uncovered in his background check. Susan Collins. Wendy, that's a great idea. I'll do her next. To Andrew Peak. There's a few cards here, and then, because he's not worth more than a few cards, and then Susan Collins. I have not read on her. You know, sometimes you've got to get in the head of the people you're reading on, and Susan Collins, I wonder if that means I have to take out my spine. Well, we'll see what the cards say. I have a first impression there, but I don't want to just... I want to see these cards, and then I'll... Oh, he lied through his teeth. He lied through his teeth. Clean up on aisle everything. Secrets. Yeah, he was taken out because he has secrets, things he didn't disclose, things he lied about, things he didn't tell. Trying to clean everything up. It feels like he's just another one of these crooks, these White House crooks that surround Trump. I'd love to say that he's, oh no, he's being unfairly persecuted. But that energy is just... Andrew Peak. Yes, it's a smorgasbord of slimy, day-old baloney. Not day-old, week-old baloney. Yeah, tap dancing. Go to the parties, get in with the movers and the shakers, twist everything to your own, for your own purposes. This is just underhanded twisting. Yeah, I'm not getting good energy on this guy. I mean, you can just come back and, if you know something about him, come back, tell me, actually, he's a lovely human being and he gives to charity and he's been fighting against Trump this whole time, but that's not what I'm getting. That's not the energy I'm getting. I'm getting the energy I got around, who was the guy who was he having an affair with Hope Hicks, or he was just... The guy who had been arrested a couple of times for spousal abuse, and then, but he was dating Hope Hicks, or, I mean, it's just these kind of lovely, lovely human beings. Porter. Was that Porter? They were having an affair? Yeah. Okay, Porter. All right, Susan Collins. My aunt and uncle lived in, one of my aunts and uncles lived in Maine for many, many, many years. And she was a nurse, and he was a high school principal, I think. Pretty sure. They've been retired for quite a while. But was that Lewandowski? Thought it was Porter. Rob Portman. That was it. Perfect. Priesteris Margaret. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Brittany Kaiser. I don't know who that is, I'm afraid. Rob Portman. Exactly. All right, Susan Collins. But anyway, they I have the most lovely memories of the number of times we went up to Maine for Christmas, and would stay at their house, and would go on. You could go on these sleigh rides, where it wasn't like a sleigh ride in a postcard, but it was a sleigh. It was a big, heavy, it would hold the whole family kind of thing, and then there were these great big Clydesdale workhorses who would pull the sleigh, and it was just beautiful animals, and it was so quiet out there, and you could just hear the bells on the horses, and the sound of the crunching of the snow under the sleigh rails, and it was some of my fondest memories. So when I think of Maine, that's what I think of. Also the fact that apparently if you moved there, you wouldn't be accepted for a couple generations because people who were there had to be there for a long time. But sleigh as in one horse open? No, as in two Clydesdales, very open but not picturesque. Big heavy boards kind of thing. But it was lovely. So when I think of Maine, I think of beautiful memories, my aunt and uncle whom I absolutely love, and just wonderful, wonderful things, and Susan Collins. So she just disappoints me just that little bit more than she would normally. Susan Collins, Susan Collins. Why doesn't your spine grow? Oh, here we go. Yep, there's that energy. That Trump-era politician energy. Ugh. I wouldn't... this energy that I'm feeling, yeah, it'll come as a shock. I would not trust this woman to pay for my parking if I gave her the cash and the slip. I don't like her. This energy's terrible. This energy's terrible. Susan Collins. Oh, but she's had a plum thing going. And she was going to run for governor in the past. Well, she fought hard to get where she was. In the past, she was a woman fighting hard to be taken seriously, to in a man's world, and I'd be willing to give her credit for that if she Wasn't so rotten. Center of the reading. She plays the victim, the persecuted. And women in public life, I mean, women who are trying to, get anywhere in still basically patriarchal society, it's hard. It is hard to succeed. It is hard to make a name for yourself. But at the same time, playing the victim card to play the victim card is no. That just makes you a bad person. Base of the reading. There's a lot of energy to get her out and get in someone new. Okay. And she knows it. She knows. She can almost hear the clock ticking. Above the reading. Real possibility of all of her cake and her world, her lovely, lovely, lovely senator's cake. And they get all kind of perks and respect and all of that. Very possibly, it's closing time at the bakery. No, it's closing time at a place at the coffee shop where they have the lovely cake, or the tea shop where there's no more cake. We're almost out of cake. Let's put it that way. Near future. That's interesting. This is her essentially going with the Democrats, not the Democrats, the Republicans, Pentacles, Republicans. But is that, I just want some clarification. I think I know what that feels like, but I don't want to, I would like some more clarification. Whose head is she effectively cutting off? She's ultimately going to side with the Republicans. There's no question about that. I'm just trying to get, and that's very strong. I'm just trying to get some clarification on this near future card. Oh, this is a whole bunch of, it's the glassy-eyed, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to demand that we, I've been listening to Schiff's wonderful things to say at how bad Trump has been. No, I'm going to vote with the Republicans. Home environment. Oh, but things are still going to come to light, and more about Trump is going to trickle out, and it's going to come back and haunt you guys. This is obscure, but I use this expression a lot. There was a movie called The Chronicles of Riddick. And it was a Vin Diesel movie. I love sci-fi. But anyway, there's a scene where this bounty hunter, and his name is Tooms. I think they spelled it like Tooms, but it sounds like a tomb. But anyway, Tooms is this bounty hunter. And he finally catches Riddick. And he takes Riddick to this prison planet. And they throw Riddick down into the hole with the other prisoners. But Riddick is just sitting, he's just standing there just looking up, because up in the office where the people running the prison are with Tooms and his people, he can tell that Tooms is demanding more money for the reward. And Riddick, Vin Diesel's character, the character Vin Diesel's playing, Riddick says, "Take the money, Tooms. Take the money." And then they end up fighting up there, and they end up all shooting each other, and it falls apart, and there's a prison break in this whole thing. But at that moment where he's just calmly standing there saying, "Take the money, Tooms. Take the money." That's what I'm getting for these Republicans who are saying, no, we don't need witnesses. No, we've already heard from this. No, we da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Get the witnesses. Take the money. All right, fine. Do your own stupid thing. I'm sorry, that was such a long digression, but it is a really useful expression. Hopes and fears. The burden. Chaos. Actually, this is more than burden. This is just chaos. She's just afraid this is all getting out of hand. What we see. She's another brick in the Republican wall. All in all, I'm not a Pink Floyd fan, but all in all, she's just another brick in the Republican wall. Final outcome. I'm getting that Democrats are going to clean her clock politically. And this page is like it's like I got this card because it shows the inappropriateness and the feeling of superiority. And so this is like the match to that on the Democratic side, in the sense of these are the Republicans, these are the Democrats, and the Democrats, even they're gonna clean her out politically, and someone else is gonna get be ordering at the drinks buffet in Washington D.C. instead of her. But she's in the near term. She's just awful. She's just awful. And she is, if you look at her record, anybody who goes by what she says isn't paying attention. Because if you look at her record, I mean, I wonder if her record is, I wonder if Lindsey Graham's record isn't as right-wing and in step as hers. Her is a moderate. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying that she's a moderate. Yeah, she goes along with what McConnell, the Republicans, want. She goes in front of the cameras. She goes in front of the cameras. She goes home at night, sleeps, and then does exactly what the Republicans want. And then hums and haws and oh, I don't know, maybe this, maybe that, and oh, look, I'm so important. And then she sleeps like a baby and then does exactly what the men folk in the Republican Party want. There, hooray, that's Susan Collins. Yeah. Okay, breaking news. Trump camp threatened jurors that anyone who voted against Trump would be systematically destroyed with their decapitated head on a pike. Really? She's a moderate in show, but a right-winger all the way. Yes, she is, Hope. I agree. Okie dokie. I'm willing to, I've got maybe a little energy left if somebody wants something preferably impeachment related looked at. Take the money, Toombs. That's why, baby. Take the money. Thank you so much for putting up with me. So I'm just reading through your comments, and they're wonderful. Take the money. It's so useful sometimes, too. When someone's just, they've got something good. They know something got, they've got something good, but it's not good enough, and they're still going to fight for whatever, or they're still going to take the money, Toombs. Okay. All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Is there anything else impeachment related I could read on quickly? Oh, I have a question I really want to know. Mouse Maiden, I love that little mouse. Rounding up Mustangs, sending them off their slaughter. That's so sad. That's so sad. I really wanted to do. I'm still in that impeachment energy. So if we could do, okay. After the trial, but before the GOP convention, might Trump actually not be on the ballot as the nominee? We paid into Social Security. Okay, I'm going to, all right, let me throw a few cards on that. Is Trump going to be the Republican nominee? And are they going to cuts in Social Security, etc.? All right, I'm going to throw some cards on both of these topics, and then I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to go because I'm getting a bit tired. All right, 70, right around 72. Okay, is Trump going to be the Republican nominee? Is Trump going to be the Republican nominee? Oh, they hate him. The Republican politicians hate him. They are frustrated. They feel dirty. They feel demeaned, but they're going along with it because he has such charisma. He has such power over the base that they can't be Republicans without being with Trump. And it's why so many of them have decided they're not running again, or they've left the party to become independents. Those are the decent ones, and the others are just, they're so angry. They're so angry. I mean, underneath that is shame because they know how awful they're being. But, they're furious. But is Trump going to be the Republican nominee for president in 2020? Like convention time and on the ballot. Are we going to be voting against Donald Trump at the ballot, on the ballot in November 2020? Because I'm not going to vote for him. Didn't vote for him last time. Not going to vote for him this time. I promise. You have my word. Trumpy. But this doesn't feel like Trumpy's energy. This isn't about Trumpy. Because it's not going to be up to him whether he's on the ballot. I mean, yeah, we know he wants to be, but the finally has a say. Oh, cleaning house. Cleaning house. What does cleaning house mean in the past? Change, wanting change, but it wasn't people going for change. Something different. Something snazzy, wearing feathers. At the center. Cleaning house. Wanting something new, but cleaning out the old. Still cleaning out. Cutting out. Exhausted, fed up Republicans who are tired of people yelling at them, even 400 times more than normal. Above the reading, we just want our peaceful, white, 1950s, Republican Party back. Yuck. Another totally random, useless pop culture reference, hopefully shorter than the last one. If anybody watched Mystery Science Theater back in the day, The funniest episode of all of them is one called Space Mutiny. And in Space Mutiny, you have the muscle-bound hero. There's a whole thing about his name. And then you have the damsel. And at the end of the movie, when they finally come together after this ridiculous movie, one of the bots, probably Tom Servo, he was my favorite. But anyway, one of the bots says, "Ah, yes," and they went on and had a healthy 8-pound pot roast. When I picked that up, that's what I heard. They had a healthy, we just want our and they went on to have a healthy 8-pound pot roast. That's what they want. They want that old yuck back. Okay, near future. Is Trump going to be on the... Oh, nope, that tower and someone new. That's what that feels like, near future. Uh-oh. Home environment. Had enough. Hopes and fears. Trump's vices are hurting all the Republicans. What other people see? See, from the outside, we're still seeing them in their ultra white, stinky with fake fertilizer, Monsanto-driven garden show of Republicans. That's what we're seeing. Final outcome. They're going to run so many ads against him. People are going to run so many ads against him. See, I would normally say that this would mean he is. But what I'm feeling is they want to run somebody who people can get behind. Trump has a whole lot of baggage. I think I have to pull a couple more cards on that because I'm getting tower, someone new, cutting out, cleaning house, had enough, sick of his vices, exhausted. Oh, that's losses in the 2018 midterms. But this final outcome, the Star, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, is that Trump? No, it's Pence? No. Yes. Is it Trump? Is it Trump? Is it Trump adjacent, or is it somebody completely new? Well, that's Trump. Something about Trump holding on to power, so maybe Pence. It's Trump or Pence, maybe. I don't know. Same cards keep coming up. Well, this is the strength. That's the strength of the Democrats in the next election, and that's majority. That's the what this honestly feels like, and I don't mean this to be self-serving. It honestly does feel like it doesn't matter if he's on the ballot, because Democrats are going to win bigly this November, because they're going up against either this in person or this in the what was left over. It doesn't really answer the question, though, and I know you wanted a specific question answered. Is he going to be on the ballot? Perhaps not. I've got the Justice card, the Judgment card, in the World. Is Trump going to be on the ballot? That doesn't look good for him at all. And the energy is very, very stern. So I would say no. But we'll see. We shall see. That's what I'm getting. Check with the other readers. I am just guessing how many jelly beans are in that jar at the fair, and the more people who are good at, who spend lots of time counting jelly beans and knowing how much are in a jar, the more people who put their 2 cents in about how many are in there, the closer we get to the truth. And it's amazing. With wisdom of the crowds, it is amazing how close the average comes out to during those kind of situations where they're trying to guess. All right, cuts in Social Security. Cuts in Social Security. So we're somewhere around 81 here. Cuts in Social Security. Good luck. That's what I'm hearing. Good luck. And the closer, the closer we get to the election, or the more pressure Trump's under, the more he's going to come out and say, we will always cover pre-existing conditions and the Democrats don't. And we're going to protect your Social Security, and the Democrats want to take it away from you. It's like, what party do you think you're in? It's kind of not how this works. Although I am serious. My best friend was at a doctor's office, and she overheard, she was there early in the morning, and 2 other people came in and sat down, and they must have known each other, and they were talking, and the one said something about, oh, I'm not going to vote for I'm going to vote for Trump again. I'm not going to vote for these Democrats. Those Democrats want to take away my Medicaid. That was it. And it was like, okay, yeah, all right. Cuts in Social Security. It makes him look tough to say so. He thinks it does. In the past, Al Gore up there putting the Social Security Trust Fund in a lock box. Center the reading. They're doing funny math. They're doing funny math now, dealing with our deficit and inflation and entitlements and base of the reading. That's the cornerstone of Republican policies, which is, Ayn Rand. Above the reading. Oh, sure, everything will be fine. It'll be idyllic. Just vote for us. Just vote us Republicans back into power, and everything will be fine. We promise. They're lying. Near future. Too much. Too sickly sweet. Too much. Trump. It's Trump lying. He's going to turn around and start saying stuff, and it's so. Ugh. Oh, he's going to, you're going to get more money under me. You're going to get more. It's going to be saccharine. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting for their home environment. Well, it's hurting. And talk about this as hurting Republicans, but also with inflation, the money people are getting for Social Security, disability, actually what it can buy is going down for a year. Hopes and fears. Well, Republicans don't want to, no politician wants to tackle it because they think they're going to get stabbed in the back, really. And what other people see, yeah, they're jousting about this is weak. It's weak. This is just Trump. Ugh. Garbage, lies. But this is really, this energy, whatever this is, it's like sticky. Like when you spilled orange soda, sugary soda on something, and you've wiped it up, but the surface is still sticky and just gross, and then things start sticking to it and fuzz and gross. It's something saccharine. Trump's going to say something really like, about this. Or he's just going to say it I don't know exactly. But that's the energy I'm getting from that. Final outcome. It's going to be fine. It really is. There are going to be problems in the longer term with keeping things solvent, and don't get me started on our fiat currency, because it makes me crazy. I will talk your ear off. You think my pop culture references are boring? Do not get me started on the Federal Reserve and inflation and things and our national debt. We're going to have to deal with that eventually, but no, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You really are. Okay. All right. I'm tired. So I'm going to go for now, but I will be back tomorrow, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel, and I'm grateful for every one of you. And don't let the turkeys get you down. I'm trying. And thank you so much to our troll slayers. You make this possible. You really do. Kathy W., Larry Girl, Noelle, Lisa, Sue Ellen, when she's able to be here. Thank you so much. All right? I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And, yep, Troll Slayer. The cross swords of the Troll Slayers, absolutely. Our moderators are the bomb. All right. All right, guys. Well, yep, Lisa, see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel on the Black and Orange channel. All right. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye.